Alright, you lot, welcome back. We've got something a little bit different again today because two worlds are colliding here. A long time ago, a very long time ago, I used to play Starcraft. Not just Starcraft, but Starcraft 2. I played the single player for Starcraft, I did the campaign for Starcraft 2, and then I played Starcraft 2 online quite a lot on the competitive ladder, and I was absolutely terrible. I was no good at it, but I did enjoy it a lot. It was a very fun game that I've not revisited for, I hate to say this, probably close to a decade at this point. I think it might actually be that long since I last had a game of StarCraft 2, which is, oh god, I feel so old. But the thing is, now, if I wanted to experience StarCraft 2, it turns out I wouldn't need to download it again and learn how to play all over again. Instead, I could do it in tabletop form, which in itself, I mean, here it is. It's the Tabletop Miniatures Game. It's being done by Blizzard and Archon Studio. The fact it's Archon Studio leads me to believe that it's going to look pretty decent, but we're going to see if that's the case right now. Miniatures quality-wise, at the very least. How it actually plays, I've got no idea. But this is also a weird circular moment, because for a long time the rumour is that the whole StarCraft thing was supposed to be a Warhammer 40k thing, but then talks to do it fell through, but then some people have said that's true, and other people have said it isn't true. There's a whole lot of, weird folklore around where did this game come from, and was it originally supposed to be something totally different, or at least was it inspired by something else, because it was supposed to be that thing, and then had to be something different because, IP stuff didn't work out. I don't know whether that's actually true or not. I don't know if anyone does at this point, or if someone does, they're probably keeping it to themselves. But this is a fun and interesting full circle moment, at least for me, because of just how much time I piled into this goddamn game. And now there's miniatures, so this is all pre-order stuff from Archon Studio. This isn't a sponsored thing, by the way. This is I'm just super interested to see what these look like, because I've known about this for a while, but I've not actually seen any really decent images of the minis. I've seen stuff from, conventions or, shows where someone's got a nice picture of, one guy through some plexiglass, and there's a bunch of reflections and stuff, and I'm like, it looks like it could be good, but I don't know. Now, they've actually got pictures of the painted stuff on the website, so I just want to check this out. I just want to see what it looks like, see what direction they've gone, see what the quality of the sculpts is. I'm kind of hoping they're great, but that's just because I've still got a soft spot for StarCraft, and it'd be nice to see it do something different and be done well, So yeah, there's all this stuff that's up for pre-order currently. I have not touched any of this, but yeah, there's a whole load of stuff up for pre-order. We're just going to have a look and see what this stuff looks like and whether it's any good sculpting-wise, right? Now, I've literally just gone through and opened a bunch of the individual boxes into their own tabs. I've not properly looked at these yet, but we're going to apparently start with Jim Raynor and the Point Defense Drone. Now, there's not a huge amount in terms of, what you can see. You've got a view of the miniature, and you've got some views of what you get with it, which seems to be their data sheet, or data sheet equivalent, whatever they're calling it. And yeah, okay, let's have a look at the actual painted lad, and the drone as well. I mean, initial impact of that for me is, yeah, that looks about right. It looks very clean. Nicely sculpted. The drone looks kind of cartoony in a way that Jim Raynor doesn't, somehow. Even though the StarCraft style of things is, I feel, a bit more, I don't know if cartoony is the right word. It's just a slightly different stylistic choice to, say, if you look at Space Marines. I mean, we have essentially got a power-armoured human here. It's not the most, protected concepts in the world. There's a whole load of them out there. But, StarCraft's Marines, they don't look like Space Marines one for one. There is a definite stylistic difference, and I think they've nailed it with this. I'd like to see the skull helmet, because that isn't currently there. I think I saw it on the box, maybe? Because you've got the, yes, there we go. Optional, clear plastic parts. That's interesting. You get the orange visor, and then you paint the skull onto it, potentially. I like that. That's a fun option to have. Do we have a view of the sprues? We don't. That's a bit of a shame. But overall, I mean, initially, I think that looks pretty decent. I love the kind of fire effect coming out of the drone. That's actually very cool. I like the way they've done that, utilising the clear plastic for something like that effect. I'm not a huge fan of flying stands. I actually quite like that as an alternative. And the thing is as well, like, Archon do quite a lot of stuff in this translucent, like, clear plastic. They've got a whole set of, like, ghosts that you can buy for, like, dungeons and lasers. They've done a couple of dragons as well. I think one of them is, oh no, one of them's moved into the dining room / D&D room. But that's a really good kit as well. In fact, that massive ship that we did a while back, that is available as a ghost ship in that clear plastic. So seeing them utilise all the stuff they've done with that to produce things like this, which just produces a kind of cool, fun effect, I like it. It looks good. Alright, next up we've got the medic. That was it. And again, we've got some of the use of that clear plastic. They're really making use of that, aren't they? Again, they look good. I think the lines are nice and crisp. They're not overly complicated. They do have the detail where needed, but they're not flashy. But then again, Starcraft Marines aren't, so I think they're being pretty faithful in that respect. What else have we got in terms of pictures and stuff? So unpainted blue plastic again. I wonder if, I don't know for sure, but I have a suspicion that the Terran stuff is going to be blue plastic, and the I nearly said Tyranid stuff. Oh dear, the Zerg stuff will probably be purple plastic. That's my guess. I'm not sure about Protoss, because Protoss I would have thought would also be blue. Although they could be gold. Gold would work as well. Gold is more likely, isn't it? Or yellow plastic as opposed to gold. Gold plastic might be tricky to pull off, but yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Again, I feel like these look decent. The box contents look comprehensive as well. I mean, yeah, look pretty solid. Oh, so proper expansion set. Box contains 3 medic miniatures, unit card, tactical card, assembly manual. Oh, interesting. So the rules, are the rules free online? That's fun and good if that is true. We'll have to have a look at that. The digital manual does not surprise me at all. I'll kind of moved into doing that for the more recent kits. It's something that on the one hand, I like having a little booklet because I find it easier to just have that open, sometimes underneath the miniature as I'm building it. But it is also kind of a waste of paper unless you're going to build multiple. But then if you build multiple, if you buy multiple boxes, in which case you're going to end up with multiple instruction manuals. Like, yeah, I think really the pros of having it online and downloadable sort of outweigh the cons of it being paper, because it is just a bit of a waste. I know it can be recycled and stuff, but it's just the manufacture of it and then the recycle of it. That is all stuff that you just don't need to do. So I think, my preference aside, them doing it digitally, I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it? It makes sense to do that way. Right, next up we've got the Marine. Obviously, you've got to have some Marines. And how many are in a box, actually? I just want to know that quickly before we take a look at the lads proper. So, oh, 9. Interesting. Okay, so 9 in a box. And again, manual online, rules online. We've got some more of that orange plastic, the clear plastic, for the guns as well, if you want them. Again, they look decent. I really like the armor for the Terran Marines. It does look good. It does look really, really good. It's kind of making me nostalgic looking at this. Like, it genuinely is. I'm just sort of, I don't know if I'm addressing the miniatures properly, in that I don't know if I'm being as just sort of close-up analytical as I can get with Games Workshop stuff, because I'm just suddenly overtaken with a wave of, maybe I should download StarCraft again. Which, I mean, if that's what they're aiming for, well done, because the stuff isn't available yet. Like, it's not like I could just buy a box of these Marines right now and let the nostalgia take me as I assemble them. But there's an interesting thing as well. I do think that inclusion of the clear plastic, that's going to be divisive. I can easily see people hating that. But I quite like it. I think it's a pretty fun thing to do. It's a pretty cool move. I would love to see sprues. I'm looking through and I'm not seeing sprues, because I'd love to know how many pieces of like those visors and the like the muzzle blast, like how much of that we're actually getting in the boxes. I would love to see that, because we've also got a bit of it on the bases as well. So it's not just being used as like parts for the miniatures. It's also being used as basing material, which is super interesting, but I'd love to know how much we actually get. Alright, what did I open next? Oh, the Marauder. Love the Marauders, absolutely quality. They look ridiculous. I mean, they're a sort of silly unit design anyway, but I like them, but they do look silly. I feel like there is some like heavy benefit from drilling your barrels that's going to go on here that'll help a lot. I mean, they do look decent on that box art as well with the muzzle flashes in there. They always look so cumbersome and top heavy, but then the legs are also heavily reinforced to compensate for it. So I don't know if that's a bit mean to say, but again, they look decent. They do look good. What I want to know is, if the game does well and they bring out more expansions, are we going to get things like the Firebat? Because that would also be pretty neat, and I'd love to see what they did with the clear plastic for the Firebat's flamethrowers, because that would kind of rule. I'm liking the overall style of these, and things like the box contents look good. I mean, price-wise, what are we looking at? I didn't think to check. So, price-wise, we have got 35 quid for 4 on the Marauders, and for the Marines, £35 for 9, I believe it was. Yeah, it was 9 lads, wasn't it? I mean, it's about on par, maybe a little bit cheaper than some of the more recent Games Workshop releases. I mean, I say some of them. The new Red Corsairs box, like just the lads, your standard Red Corsairs, 5 of them is £38 from Games Workshop, which I don't know why they've done that. That is an absolutely baffling... Well, I know why, it's because they want money. But that's a lot. For 5 lads, for 5 just normal guys, I mean, I suppose technically, like, chosen equivalent, I think that's what those ones count as. Either way, it's quite a lot. This is about on par. And again, this is something that's not made in like China. It's produced in Poland, so it's got the same thing of high production cost because you're paying people more, etc., etc. But comparatively, about on a par. Okay, next up we have Kerrigan and Omega Worm. Kerrigan's mustard. That's a reference that the vast majority of you are probably not going to understand. Go and listen to Three Bean Salad. Start from the beginning. It'll take you a while to catch up because it's been going a few years, but at some point you will reach the episode where they talk about Kerrigan's mustard. Or alternatively, I'll just link the Grindle2's animation for it. Nothing to do with this whatsoever. Not in any way, shape or form, but a recommendation, I suppose, out of nowhere. Let's have a closer look at this. I mean, the worm looks absolutely horrific, which it should. We can zoom in a bit so we can see Kerrigan a little bit better, but she is slightly lower res than I'd like. I'd much prefer 2 individual pictures where they're both just a bit easier to get a look at, but the hair, or what used to be the hair, looks good. I do like the way that they've been painted. The paint jobs on these are pretty solid. That glow from the eyes, really, really nice. But yeah, Kerrigan looks good. The wings look fantastic. Well, wings. Get a bit of air quotes in there. I like the base as well. The base is really fun. That's very cool. Yeah, it's good. It's real good. And the worm itself, I mean, it's a big, horrible anus mouth with a load of teeth and extra foldy bits. It's gross, but it looks good. Oh, we got the Queen next. Queen looks very, very fun. I do like the Queen. The Queen is a cool unit. And we've got some more of that clear plastic. They are really going for it with the clear plastic on this game. They are properly making the most out of that technology, aren't they? Good grief. I mean, I'm not complaining. I think stuff like that can look really cool. But when it's whether you use it too much. I don't know that they are. I think it fits where they've put it so far. And it is kind of neat that it seems to be part of the model itself. So that's kind of fun. It's a little bit difficult to tell because there's no proper clear... Well, I suppose without zooming in. Let's zoom in a bit and see if we can get a better look. It does get a bit pixelated, which isn't great. So yeah, it looks like there is some clear plastic going on towards the side. When the paint job is as solid as that, it's like, do you need the clear plastic for the greens? Probably not. But then if you're not going to paint it to this particular standard, whether that's down to lack of practice or only just starting or, you know, not having the time... Because anyone can get to this point, you've just got to be able to put the hours in, and that's simply not an option for a lot of people, and not a drive for a lot of people as well. So if you can paint the rest of the model to this standard, you're probably going to be painting over the green clear plastic anyway, but if you're not, then it might be worth leaving it. Alright, then we've got the Roach. The Roach, I like the multiple colour schemes here, and again, we've got more more clear plastic. So we've got some purple clear plastic, we've got some green clear plastic, we've got multiple sizes as well. That's very fun. No, wait, actually, looking at that, maybe we don't have purple clear plastic and green clear plastic, because I can't see it on the models there. So does that mean that some of this stuff is just painted that way? But no, that looks like clear plastic on the big one, and it looks like clear plastic on the... That's slightly confusing. I mean, this is where really some pictures of the sprues would be really, really nice. Like, just for clarification purposes more than anything. These pictures do give you a good idea as to what you get in the box, but it doesn't give you the components of what you get in the box. It's showing you the finished assembled models. I want to be able to see the parts. Now, not everyone cares about that, obviously, but that's something that I just like seeing that. It'd be nice if that was up there. We've got some Zerglings as well. I mean, they're adorable. Oh, the little wings. The little wings look great. Oh, yeah. And again, more of that clear plastic. They are properly utilising that. These look very fun. I do like the design on these. I think the sculpts have come out really, really nicely. The overarching sort of claws that come out of the shoulders there look very good. They also don't look like they're going to tip forward on the base for the most part, which is something that perhaps some other alien xeno species could learn from in other settings. But yeah, these look decent. I like them a lot. You got that kind of fin down the back on some. You got wings on the others. The others have got more of like an armoured carapace. There's a nice variety to these. They do look decent. We had to also have a look at some Hydralisks because they're great. They are iconic. They are gross, horrible lizard slugmen. Like, really, I don't know how best to describe these, but they do look fantastic and weirdly devious and cunning. They've managed to give them some proper expressions on here. They do look good. The paint scheme is really nice. The painting has been done really, really well. The bodies on the Hydralisks are just so off. They've always been off. They're so like weirdly flat along the floor, only to get kind of slim, but then a bit broader towards the top. Like they're properly weird, weird looking creatures, but they do look fantastic. I really like the carapace that comes out across the head and then like across the shoulders as well. Oh, they look good. I'm surprised there isn't any like... Is there any green spitty stuff coming off these? Because that's their thing. They, spit at stuff. I really would have thought this would be one unit that would be ripe for that, but maybe not. I do like you get the burrowed versions as well. That's neat. That's something that isn't shown on the picture of the 4, which I think is a mistake. Like, they show it on the box, but come on, put it on the site as well. The fact that you get them in their burrowed little faces poking out, that's a big thing. Like, that's one of the things that makes the Hydralisk so interesting and so fun in the video game, was burrowing them, waiting until something was going over the top, preferably a medevac or whatever it was called with a bunch of Terrans in it, and then you get them out and then destroy it and everyone's dead. That's one of the things that makes them fun, and for some reason they just haven't put that on the front of the box or in the promotional image. Guys, come on now. You've got them painted up. Get them up there. Alright, next up we've got Zeratul. Okay, he's a promo miniature, so let's have a look at Zeratul, because Zeratul is the boy. That's painted quite nicely. I like the OSL coming off the blade. That's very fun. The base is quite nice. Like that a lot. The cloak is so dramatic, as befits Zeratul. It's actually a decent sized mini as well. It's fairly tall. Like that a lot. See, this is what I want for the others as well. I mean, they've done this because it's a promo mini, and they want people to get really excited for them. But I want this level of close-up and detail and alternate angles on all of them. That would be nice. Again, seems very well sculpted. Very sort of true to the games. Very true to the character that he's already been sort of around for God knows how long at this point. Like, the representation is pretty spot on. Oh, I'm seeing him bare grey plastic as well. That looks good. That looks really good. And he's got an invisible version as well, so they utilise that clear plastic again to give you an alternate build where you can't see him because he's a stealthy lad. So, and again, all right, you've done it for him. Where's this for the rest of them? I'm now going to go back and check in case I've done something stupid and missed it. I don't think I have. I don't think we've... No, I just went to... Yeah, I'm looking through... I'm looking through all of them, and we don't have sprues on any of the others. There's none for the Zerglings. There's none for the Hydralisks, I'm pretty sure. No, we don't have any of that. But Zeratul, we get to see the sprue. Well, I want that for all of them. Maybe they just haven't got round to it yet. Maybe that's what it is. But seriously, you should. I mean, I'm telling you what you should do as though I hold any sway over Archon Studio whatsoever. It would just be nice. Just be nice. There we go. Take it as it'd just be nice instead of a you should do this. But yeah, so we've got the clear plastic version. We've got the normal plastic version. One base, by the look of things, which kind of could be tricky unless he slides on and off. Now, here is a question. When I'm looking at the sprue here, let's see if we can see. It sounds weird saying let's see if we can really get a close up on his feet, but it's because I want to see if there is a way that he simply slots in and would be stable enough for play. I mean, we've got square holes there in part of the base, it looks like. Yeah, that's part of the base. And then we've got part of the base there. So, I don't know. I don't know if it would be stable enough without doing some magnet action. I don't know that I'd trust it. I say I don't know. I don't think I would. I don't think I would trust it. I think I'd be a lot happier if the two of them were magnetized, which kind of spoils the clear plastic a little bit, but no, it's hard to tell. Kind of need to have him in hand. I mean, in terms of price, like 25 quid, it's 2 miniatures though. It is 2. So, yeah, I don't know. I think he looks really good, but I feel like that's, for some reason, that feels like a relatively steep price, but I don't necessarily think it is, especially if you're doing like Games Workshop comparisons. But yeah, that looks great. That looks really good. We've got so many. A lot of this is repeated as well for some reason. They've uploaded the same few images to the gallery a few different times, which I don't think they meant to do. But maybe they did. Maybe they're just really trying to hammer home how cool this guy is. Right, let's shift over to... Oh, we've got our Tannis as well. Look at that. Oh, yeah. And a pylon. And a pylon. I mean, that looks great. I love the side blade there. That looks absolutely fantastic. That is what it's called, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's called a side blade. I can't really remember, if I'm honest. Oh, I wonder if I can zoom in on the things and see if I've got that correct. Does it list it? Does it say it? Oh, it's Twilight blades on him. That doesn't help, does it? But he does seem to be in yellow plastic. I was just looking at this and I was like, you know what? It looks like a render, not like actual plastic. And it might actually be a render as opposed to actual plastic, but I have had a quick look, and apparently the plastics are going to be coloured. So, you know, Terran is going to be blue, Protoss is going to be yellow, and Zerg is going to be purple. It's just, that might not be what I'm seeing here, or what we're seeing here, but that is apparently how it's going to work. Anyway, what have we got next? Next, we've got zealots. Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go. They look, I mean... The way that they run, captured in miniature form, look like they're going rollerblading, but you know what? I'm not mad at it. It's fine. It looks decent. They look tall, they look lanky, the armor looks really nice. They've got the crazy blades, which, these are the side blades, right? I'm going to die on this hill. One way or another, I'm going to die on it. There we go. I was right. Our Tannis hasn't got one. Is it special and named? But these lot have. It's fine. Again, the boxes just look really good. They do look really, really nice. They've done a stand-up job with this. We've also got the Adept as well. Adept looks so good. That is ridiculous how nice those miniatures look. Oh, look at that. Look at that. The mix of the clear plastic and then the painted section on top actually looks a bit hovery. That's really fun. And the like sort of pixelated... What do you even call that? I don't know how to describe what I'm looking at. Like... It's all got cubes and stuff. What a terrible way of saying whatever that was. The effect of going into Cloak where you've got a bunch of these different cubes is very fun and I like it a lot. There we go. We'll just leave it at that. Oh, that is such a good squad though. Really, really like that. Really nicely done. The shield effect as well coming off one of the adepts just there. That looks fantastic. Oh, it's good. It's real good. I like this a lot. And finally we have the Stalker, the weird little bug lads. They're not actually that weird, they're relatively big bug lads, but they are definitely weird. The shield looks cool. I like the overall posing they've gone for them. If you're thinking to yourself, if you're not familiar with Starcraft and you're thinking, okay, where's the gun? Do they stare people to death? Now, if I remember correctly, the gun is the top gem, I believe. It fires stuff out of that. That is what you've got for your gun. Hopefully that will be confirmed. There we go. Yeah, so even on the box. So if we look at the box itself, not that one, that one. We've got some more clear plastic action. They also have, like, the shield is also a shield, so they can shield themselves. And yeah, you can see there we've got a couple of shots coming out of the top of the carapace there. Oh yes. Oh, love it. I really like the Stalkers. They are very weird looking units. Just in general, the design is kind of out there, but they are very, very fun. I like them a lot, and I mean, they've been brought to life really nicely here, haven't they? Again, some very nice sculpts that I like a lot. And oh, it's really hitting me. It's genuinely really hitting me. For some reason, the Protoss especially is really hitting me, but I think that might be down to some late nights doing co-op competitive and doing proxy pylon for shits and giggles. A lot of the time, the giggles were from it being countered real hard and then losing, but there were some good giggles from it actually working. But then that was never fun for the other person. So really, I'm not sure where I sort of fall on the whole that particular strategy fence. Was it good? Was it bad? I don't know. But it was entertaining. And even though I'm looking at a bunch of stuff that I very rarely used with that particular opening gambit, I still really like them. Turns out, I think I've kind of missed Starcraft, but I didn't know that I missed it until someone said you could have miniatures of this and you could paint them, which has made me want to do exactly that. So, in some ways, perhaps the target audience right here, but overall, they look decent. Like, the models look really nicely sculpted. They've been painted really well. The presentation of them is really good. I think things like the box design are decent. I do wish we had sprues for the different units so that we could get a proper feel for the components of them and stuff. And I think the use of the clear plastic is pretty decent. It's not too overbearing, but it's enough to add a bit of visual interest. And the fact is, if you don't like the clear plastic, it's still plastic. You can still just prime over it and then paint it however you like. So that's just one of those things where it's like, well, if you're not a big fan, you don't have to look at it on your miniatures at least, because you can just paint over it. But yeah, overall, they look pretty solid. They look decent, and I am looking forward to, one way or another, getting my hands on at least a box of something and living a bit of that nostalgia out in miniature tabletop format. I don't think it's something I'm necessarily going to get into for the game itself. I don't know much about the game itself, frankly. But in terms of painting something that is sort of from a bygone era, yeah, I can see myself picking up a few kits, especially because of how well it looks like they've been done. Anyway, that has gone on for a long time. Let me know what you thought of that lot in the comments down below. In the meantime, feel free to click all the things. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you for the next one.